Hi, and welcome to Group 4's marketing plan presentation. Today we will be presenting a marketing plan for Corby Coffee and Bake Shop. To start off, I would just like to give you a brief overview of what to expect within this presentation. So I will start off with a legitimate overview of Corby Coffee and what it is, and then we'll move into the competitive situation, the marketing strategy, the financials, controls, executive summary, and then a final conclusion. So to start us off, Corby Coffee and Bake Shop is a small, locally owned coffee shop in St. Cloud, Minnesota. However, due to its locations on the outskirts of St. Cloud, it functions as part of the coffee shop market in Sartell. Corby focuses on sustainability and locality within its products. They offer specialty espresso, coffee, tea, and from scratch baked goods such as croissants, muffins, scones, and a variety of egg options as well. They strive to serve high quality and dietary friendly options to the community. They also utilize syrups that are made in house and offer spaces for meetings within their shop and free Wi Fi access. They are guided by the principles of kindness, integrity, and intentionality. They utilize locally sourced materials for their products, often purchasing from local farmers, which adds an emphasis on community. They have an estimated annual sales volume calculated based on the average drinks sold per day, accounting for foot traffic, hours of operation, and the price of goods sold to be within the range of 250,000 to 500,000. The specialty coffee and bakery industry in St. Cloud, Minnesota reflects a dynamic and steadily growing segment of the broader food service market. Demand for high quality, locally sourced, and sustainably produced beverages and baked goods has increased in recent years, driven by consumers' growing interest in authenticity, community values, and ethical consumption. This increase in demand fits perfectly for what Corby stands for and would allow us to increase our sales if marketed properly. So now I will give you a brief overview of our competition as well as a basic SWOT analysis. So Corby faces both primary and secondary forces of competition. The primary forces are other coffee and bake shops such as Starbucks, Caribou, Kinder Coffee Lab, and The Local Blend. These other companies compete directly with Corby in terms of products sold as well as environment provided. Secondary forces are other places where similar products can be purchased that lack the environment provided with the service, such as Coburn's and other grocery store outlets or bakeries where you can get maybe coffee or a muffin, but not necessarily both in a nice, comfortable place to sit. So it is estimated that there is 20 focused enterprises when including national chains and their locations, as well as local shops and restaurants that have a coffee emphasis and share in Corby's market. Because of this high competition, marketing action is essential to stand out and increase sales. So Corby focuses on their intentionality, quality, and community inclusiveness. The specialty coffee and from scratch baked goods sets them apart with an emphasis on high quality and nourishment over convenience. The direct local competition poses the biggest threat, fighting for coffee quality, ambiance, and loyalty of locals. To overcome this, constant innovation is necessary. To evolve the menu and customer experience must be done. So now to go into a little bit of the SWOT analysis, which helps us to understand where our company is at now and where we kind of want to move to or where we need to protect ourselves. So Corby's strengths vary from maintaining a strong brand identity and core values that focus on the ethical impacts and community health to high levels of product quality and homemade aspects that are growing in trendiness. Corby's dietary accommodations also function as a huge strength, as well as the connections within the community. Corby Coffee was founded by an alumni of SCSU and has a very strong leadership focus, especially with females, and it is understood as being a safe space, specifically for those in the LGBTQ plus community. The Corpy menu boasts a wide variety of options from the products that I mentioned prior, and as well as many others, which allows it to be desirable for a very wide consumer base. Some weaknesses for Corpy include its limited hours of operation. Corpy is only open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is also closed on Tuesdays, while competing shops are often open from 5 or 6 a.m. and do not close till 8 or 9 p.m., such as Starbucks, for example. Another weakness found through consumer reviews is that Corpy lacks in terms of space, and the shop often feels crowded. This deters consumers from spending more time and money at our shop. They're unlikely to want to sit and chat with a friend having a cup of coffee in the shop, and are less likely to maybe purchase a muffin if they get hungry after chatting for a while. Another challenge or weakness that Corpy has is that it is competing with big chain organizations, and the locally sourced and natural ingredients that Corpy chooses to purchase to differentiate themselves also contributes to very high production costs, which can minimize margins. So some opportunities for Corpy involve promotional activities at local events, such as farmers markets, workshops, and other pop-up opportunities, such as at the convention center. The idea of starting a catering aspect for business meetings and or university events could stimulate outreach and allow for more bulk purchases, which would in turn increase our sales volume, allowing our profit to multiply more even with a small contribution margin due to our higher production costs. Adding in catering will also decrease in the locationality of our coffee shop and would allow us to expand our geographic reach, unlike having just our one singular location limits us right now. To address this issue of space that was discussed as a weakness, Corpy could, say in the summers, have an option for outdoor seating, which can add to more comfort as well as a unique experience. So Corpy faces a few threats, including the fierce competition from chains like Starbucks and Caribou that can often get supplies for a much lower rate due to how much they are purchasing. But they also face the competition from the local shops that are more comparable. In terms of another threat, the price comparison that consumers may often do in choosing a coffee shop may deter them from choosing Corpy, as our prices tend to be a little bit higher than other enterprises in the area, but it is known that higher quality products do come with a higher price tag. Other economic factors also function as threats, such as an increase in operating expenses and labor costs for all small local companies also affects Corpy. The price of raw materials continues to rise as well, which dampens our margins and threats profitability. Overall, we really need to work on and continue building a strong marketing strategy so that we can limit our weaknesses and not be as affected by them, while also focusing on how we can advance and prioritize our strengths in order to become a more profitable company. Now we will be moving on to our marketing strategy and what we can do to improve Corpy.
Hi, I'm Daniel Yang, and today I will present the marketing strategy section for Corpy Coffee based on our project proposal. This presentation covers objectives, target audiences, positioning, and the 4P marketing mix. Over the next 3 years, the project proposes 3 key goals. In year 1, the goal is to increase our foot traffic from 80,000 to 27,000 visitors, 50% increase. This would be achieved through community events, social media campaigns, and partnerships with local businesses and healthcare providers to strengthen local engagement. In year two, the focus shifts to increasing average customer spending by 12.5%, supported by seasonal menu items, curated product bundles, and a loyalty program designed to encourage repeat purchases. By year three, the proposal aims for at least 10% of revenue to come from non-store channels, including catering, wholesale baked goods, and limited online ordering, supported by secure online infrastructure. Coffee Coffee's product offerings include specialty beverages, functional ingredient drinks, and freshly baked goods made in-house. Seasonal items and retail coffee bags help maintain customer interest and brand loyalty, while catering and wholesale services expand the customer base. The pricing strategy reflects premium quality. Drinks range from $5 to $8, smoothies are $10.5, and coffee bags are priced between 18 to 22. Loyalty programs and bundle deals are proposed to increase repeat purchases and higher spending. Promotional strategies are tailored to each target audience. Professionals aged 25 to 40 are proposed to engage with LinkedIn campaigns, healthcare pop-ups, and early morning specials. Students aged 18 to 24 would be reached through TikTok content, campus flyers, and weekly events such as trivia nights. Cross-audience promotions include farmers market pop-ups, influencer collaborations, and in-store testing, which are expected to strengthen brand awareness and community engagement. Coffee Coffee's primary sales channel is in-store, with additional reach through pop-up events and wholesale partnerships. Future plans include limited online ordering to expand customer access. This multi-channel approach ensures convenience and accessibility for different customer segments. In conclusion, this project proposes the Coffee differentiates itself through a Nordic cultural experience, fresh in-house baked goods, and a community-first atmosphere. The proposed marketing strategy focuses on sustainable growth, strong local connections, and multi-channel expansion. Thank you for your attention.
Here is the overall financial overview for our first year. We project annual revenue between $230,000 and $650,000. Our net profit is expected to range from $23,000 to $65,000. We estimate daily customer traffic at 80 to 150 people per day, with an average ticket size of $8 to $12. This number forms the foundation for the detailed financials on the next slide. Here is our detailed financial projection. Our annual revenue range from $230,000 to $650,000. Expenses follow a typical CAFECO structures. 30% cost of goods sold, 30% labor, 15% rent and utilities, 10% miscellaneous operating. After subtracting these expenses, our estimated net profit is $23,000 to $65,000, which represent a healthy 8 to 10% profit margin for a new shop. Our marketing budget is set at 5% of annual revenue, resulting in $11,500 to $32,500. We allocate this budget strategically, 40% to digital marketing, including social media and Google Ads, 25% to community engagement such as sponsorship and local partnerships, 20% to brand development, including signage and menu design, 15% to customer retention, such as loyalty program. This allocation supports both customers acquisition and long-term loyalty, ensuring strong growth throughout the year.
All right, so I'll be presenting our control and implementation plan. So basically what this is it outlines how we monitor key performance indicators and take corrective action, as well as how we phase our execution over the first year. So let's get into it. So we start with the control area where we track 4 critical indicators. So section A. So monthly revenue. So our goal is between 19.2K and 54K, as you can see right here. If revenue falls 15% below target for 3 months, we'll reallocate 40% of the marketing budget to digital channels and launch urgent promotions. Cost of goods percentage. Our target is 30% of revenue. If costs exceed 33% for 4 weeks, we'll conduct an inventory audit and adjust pricing or sourcing. Average ticket size, the goal is $12. If it drops below $10 for 3 weeks, we'll train staff on upselling and invest 20% of brand development into signage for high margin products. And then lastly, marketing efficiency. Customer acquisition costs should remain below average ticket size. So if CAC exceeds ATS quarterly, we'll shift spending from the weakest channel into customer retention, allocating to 15%, as you can see here. Section B. So basically what this is, it's our implementation plan. So execution and our phasing. So phase 1, our foundation, months 1 through 3, we'll invest 40% in digital marketing, launching high impact social media campaigns and set up cost of goods tracking system for immediate cost control. And then phase 2, our growth and loyalty, that'll be for months 4 through 6. We'll focus on local engagement at 25% and retention of 15% or at 15%, executing sponsorships and partnerships while promoting loyalty programs to stabilize repeat business and grow ticket size. And then our last phase 3, months 7 through 12, optimization. We'll dedicate 5% to market research using revenue data between 230K and 650K to plot extended operating hours and conduct a final efficiency review to inform next year's strategy. So basically, to sum this up, our plan ensures we're not just tracking performance, but it's actively correcting issues and strategically phasing our growth. So by combining clear triggers with actionable steps, we can stay agile and maximize both revenue and efficiency throughout the year. So there you have it. That's our control and implementation plan. Yeah.
Coffee is a locally owned cafe rooted in culture and committed to sustainability, kindness, and community. Located in St. Cloud, it offers specialty drinks, seasonal baked goods, and functional beverages with annual revenue between 250K and 500K. Goals. The goals are to boost foot traffic by 50%, increase average spending by 12.5%, and generate 10% of revenue from non-in-store channels. Our target audiences. Our primary target audience is professionals aged 25 to 40. Our secondary target audience is students aged 18 to 24. Our strategy, our products are going to be specialty drinks, smoothies, coffee bags, and catering. Promotions we meet through LinkedIn, TikTok, pop-ups, trivia nights, and farmers markets. Our distribution is going to be in-store, campus events, wholesale, and future online ordering. Our marketing budget is 5% 5% of revenue focused on our digital community. Our financial snapshot is increase daily customers to 80 to 150. Our net profit is going to be 23,000 to 65,000. Our strategic edge, Corpy Coffee stands apart from chains through a handmade quality, local engagement, and multi-channel growth. Conclusion. This marketing plan for Corpy Coffee demonstrates how a small, locally owned cafe in St. Cloud can strategically grow its customer base, revenue, and brand presence by aligning product offerings, pricing, promotion, and distribution with customer expectations and local demographics. Corpy Coffee is positioned to deepen community engagement and expand into new territories. The plan includes realistic financial targets, strategic implementation strategy, and clear performance metrics. Corpy Coffee's commitment to sustainability and intentionality provides a strong foundation for long-term success in a competitive market.